Hey guys, welcome back. And welcome back to another episode of Am I the Asshole?
Am I the asshole for suing my cousin for $6,000 to pay for my hearing aids after he threw me in the pool? Immediately off the bat, no. Because, like, you know that meme on TikTok going around that's like, if you push me into the pool, you're going to jail because I'm going to drown and die?
I'm gonna be very upset.
Yeah, like, don't push me in the pool after I asked you not to. Okay. My family is all on my cousin's side for this issue, and I wanted some outside judgment. My cousin, 25 male, has always been the golden child of our generation. He's funny, good-looking, and outgoing, not to mention a boy amongst girls. He's always loved to mess around and play pranks. For the record, I really dislike this cousin. I think he's irresponsible, childish, and annoying. I have had hearing problems for years. I recently got a $6,000 pair of hearing aids. Recently, at my grandmother's birthday party, we were all eating and drinking on the back porch. My grandmother has a pool. My cousin decided he was going to throw me in the pool because it would be funny to ruin my hair that I just got done that day. That alone, let me finish. Okay. I repeatedly told him to stop and put me down in a very serious and not playful at all tone. He threw me in the pool and my hearing aids were ruined. Afterwards, when I told him what happened, he basically said, "Whoops, didn't know you had hearing aids now." When I told him the cost of them and that he would have to replace them, he freaked out and said no way. My family didn't want me to make him pay for them because I significantly out-earned him and also everyone else in the family. He was in college at the time, barely making ends meet in a call center job. His girlfriend and him have a baby and they live in a one-bedroom apartment. See? That's what happens. Okay. He refused to pay, so I took him to court. I won. He refused to make the payments after, so I took him back to court, and his wages are now being garnished for the maximum amount, which is 20% of his total wages. It pushed him over the edge of what he could afford, so he's had to work extra and drop out of college to be able to pay their rent. My family is absolutely fuming at me. I think he made one bad choice after the other, and he has never given a sincere apology during this whole ordeal. Had he gave a real apology after the incident and asked if he could wait till he finished school to pay me back, I would have been fine with it. But the entitled little prick is digging his feet in at every move. Am I the asshole? The only reason I could see me maybe being the asshole is because it's affecting his child and girlfriend.
You stand on business. And
Period.
I like that.
Period.
I like that.
Yeah. You see, when she started out and he was like, he's the golden child because he's the boy and everyone else has girls, that's when I knew.
So then y'all should help him out.
Exactly.
Since y'all love him so much.
You don't want him to pay, right? You don't want him to suffer the consequences of his actions because he's a boy, man, whatever. Pay for him then.
Nah, you're not that.
Talking about how you out-earn him, so you shouldn't make him pay. No.
First of all,
consequences of your
don't
stupid ass
my
actions.
Pocket. Don't
do that.
Pocket.
Exactly. And like that entire family is jealous of her. Let me tell you that. Because they were like, yeah, no. They're all jealous of her. I don't care. Talking about how she out-earns him. Who told him to have...
You're in college and you're still playing around like that? Like, how old are you?
You're in college. You got a baby mama. You got a kid. And you can barely afford rent, barely able to make ends meet. I told you to put me down. From the first time I said it, the game should have been done. But you wanted to continue playing. And now you're asked the fuck out. That's what you get. And she's not the asshole too. And get your check, baby girl. Let me read a few of these comments.
Yeah, garnish them wages.
Garnish all them fucking wages. Yeah. Not the asshole. Where he fucked up was not negotiating a payment plan with you that he could afford after he did it. A 20% garnish is a harsh way to learn his lesson, but he earned that lesson. Period.
He did.
Okay. Yep, and he can go back to court and request a lower percentage if it's really hurting him. That he hasn't done. So just shows me he'd rather play victim and try to make her look bad. The court would listen to in-school wife and kid and literally adjust that percentage until after graduation. That's so true. But also, I think he's accustomed to getting things his way without having to like put up a fight. So he's probably not thinking. He's probably like, if I cry and make a fuss and have the entire family turn against her, that's enough to get my way, because that's probably what's happened his entire life. So he's probably not thinking, oh, I could take her back to court and tell them that, like, I have other stuff going on and I can't pay this. He's probably not thinking. But that's what they get for raising him with so much entitlement. That's what they get. Yeah. Let me read one more and then we can go to your story. Specifically to ruin OP's hair. So he wasn't doing it because he was horsing around. His intention was malice all along. I'm spiteful, so I would have included the cost of my hair in the lawsuit.
That's true. Because you fucked up my hair.
His intentions, he's
like,
getting exactly
my hair, so actually, I'm including that too.
Exactly what his when she said that, like, it's the result of his choices. Wasn't kidding. Everything that he's going through right now is the result of who he is as a person and the choices that he's made. That's it. So, period. You're not the asshole, girl. Get your money. Make him cry. Make him sweat. Oh, he has to work hard? That's probably the first time he had to do shit in his whole life. Next. Thank you.
Am I the asshole for wanting my husband to stop paying his family's bills? I, 28 female.
Sorry. Immediately no. When we join in marriage, I am now your priority and your family. And if you continue the story and it's talking about how we can't afford shit, but he's paying his mama's bills, I don't know. Okay.
I, 28 female, and married to my husband, 30 male, and we've been together for 5 years. My husband's father died when he was a junior in college, and his brother was a senior in high school. We just bought our first house, and we're crunching numbers, and while I knew my husband helped out his family, I didn't think that meant he was paying the bigger primary bills they have, while they contributed nothing. Of context, my brother-in-law lives with my mother-in-law, and the house is paid off, so no mortgage, in an LCOL area. Both of them work full-time, granted it's not high paying. Mother-in-law stockpiles the majority of her money into savings and rarely spends any of it. Of note, my mother-in-law got a new car. It was a while ago, so I don't necessarily remember exactly what I was told at the time, but I was under the impression my husband co-signed. However, I learned the car is fully in his name, but my mother-in-law pays the payments. Hey, at least that's not being paid by him, I suppose. I don't want to be the asshole, but it really bothers me. I feel like my husband and I would be much more comfortable financially, saving/paying extra towards other bills, etc. if these bills he's footing weren't his responsibility. We're wanting to have our first child within the next year or so, but I'm so irked by all of this, I worry when we do have a child, it still won't change. And then we're going to have our own financial responsibility. We've talked about it. Granted, I haven't been pushy, and ultimately he doesn't see an issue. I'm wondering if it's partly cultural and partly just being the oldest son and feeling the need to provide since his father died. I'm really not sure, but would I be the asshole if I had a more serious conversation in requesting he stop paying these bills for them and told them they need to step up and cover some /all?
No,
girl.
She wouldn't be
demand it stops completely.
Yeah,
maybe that's what me, but I don't care. Like, if y'all really about to start a family,
yeah, that's what I said in the beginning. Like, his family that he made takes priority over the family that he came from. And like, what I want to know is if she knew about his finances before, or if he was hiding this from her until recently. Because if she didn't know about it before, like how she said she just found out that the car was in his name and things like that, that's cheating to me. That's infidelity. Like,
maybe she didn't know like the depth of how much he contributes.
That's still, he's lying to her.
I don't feel like that's lying.
Yeah, like, why wouldn't you let her know your financial situation? Only now I'm coming to you because we want kids, and I'm thinking we're good and set, and all of a sudden it turns out that
no, I think she already knew that before they were.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. It sounds like
says now we're about to.
Yeah. No, definitely, she's not the asshole for wanting to have that conversation, and I hope that she does, because that can break apart their family. And like, I understand where he's coming from, like wanting to pay his mom's bills after the dad died, but it's just like the mom needs to be like responsible, because she's making a little bit of money and she's saving it and stockpiling it, so she's has security. It's not like she has nothing at all. And then come to find out, you also have other siblings that can also contribute. So it's just like there's other solutions to this problem.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's not the asshole for wanting to have that conversation. Next story. My husband gave me a warning tap and I called it abuse. Am I the asshole?
What the fuck you mean warning tap? What? I ain't never heard of no warning tap.
Yeah.
I've heard. I ain't never heard of no warning tap.
I don't know if y'all are following the Love Island. This is gonna come out way later, so it don't even matter. But the Love Island drama with to like Taylor touching her, yeah. If she's talking about that, then yeah, it's abuse. Leave, run. But if not, then listen.
That's not abuse. What he's doing is not abuse.
Not yet.
Right.
But I feel like that annoying. And then like she on the live, she like pulled him to the side. And she was like, seriously, stop. And he did it again. He did it again. Now that's breaking boundaries.
Mm-hmm. That definitely.
He's on his way to abuse, and I can see it. Like
Because
all the people that are.
Why are you mushing me?
Yeah. Repeatedly. The first time, cute, funny, whatever. But repeatedly, to even do it once, I'd break up with you. But still. Anyways. Because, like, what makes you think, like, I'm on live. My makeup's done. My
hair's done.
I'm in the middle of a sentence, and you're pushing me to the side. I don't find
And then
that
the
shit.
people didn't even want to speak to him. They're
talking to her. And that's what they were talking about on TikTok. We're going too much into this. But, like, that's what they were talking about on TikTok. That, like, she's outshining him. So now he's, like, starting to get abusive with her. Anyways.
Did you see when she was laughing at
3 dreads?
Yeah.
I seen it. That's why I was like, she don't like him for real. She don't like him for real.
Crying. I don't know. I think she does because she don't strike me as somebody who would be with him.
Yeah.
And not like.
Yeah. As I am writing this, I am laying in bed with my mom. She's helping me gather my thoughts for some other opinions. I am female 24 and my husband is male 30. We've been together for 3 years and married for 1. This is a throwaway account just in case. About a week ago, they're going to court. They're going to court. Anyways, about a week ago, my husband and I got into an argument over his phone, which he had misplaced. I was in the shower when he lost it, and when I came out, he was throwing a fucking fit over it. He was like, "Where did you put it? Have you seen it?" Angrily yelling and snapping. I said I hadn't touched it, and I needed to get dressed. My husband was standing in the doorway, looking behind the door so I couldn't open it. I said, "Hello, move please." Apparently, my tone was rude because my husband turned around and shoved me into the room. I was like, "Okay, you need to calm down. I can help you look, but I gotta get dressed." He tells me to hurry up. I snap back, "I'm not gonna hurry up. It isn't my fucking fault." My husband turned around and hit me on my mouth with the back of his hand. It didn't even really hurt, but I was appalled. He called it a warning tap because of my attitude.
So that's a warning tap. He's warning you, like, bitch, I'm about to beat the fuck out of you the next time you do some shit like that. That's the warning.
Yeah. He called it a warning tap because of my attitude. I left right then and there. I called my mom and came over. I haven't left. My brother took me over the next day to get a few things. My husband
asked...
few?
My husband... Pack it all up.
Right? My husband asked me if all this was really necessary, and I said, yeah, it is when you abuse your wife. He was so stricken that I called it abuse. He screamed at me for it. He said I can ruin his career if I use that word. I know that I can, and I know that he didn't even hurt me, but that's how I feel. He sent me several texts threatening to divorce me if I use that word again, or try to hurt his career by saying it to someone important. Am I the asshole for saying this, potentially citing this, and potentially ruining his career? No, she's not the asshole. First of all,
he can ruin his career if he is abusive. So you're worried about the wrong stuff.
Yeah, that's my main point. First of all, she's not the asshole and she needs to leave immediately because you hit her in the mouth and
you shoved her into the room.
Right. And she's upset. And the main thing that you're concerned about is your career. Like,
and then you're threatening to divorce me as if I'm in the wrong?
Right.
Oh.
Because that
no, baby.
Actually, when he was raising his voice, first of all, like from the beginning, it was abuse. Like him raising his voice, him talking about, "Oh, you have an attitude," and locking her in the bathroom. And like when men are aggressive towards you when you're naked, that's also a form of abuse because you know that she's vulnerable. Mm-hmm. She's saying, "I need to get dressed, and you're still pushing and going and going and going. Like over a phone, what do you mean? And it's just like for him to assume that she took it and she knows where it is. Mm-hmm. Like, no, this entire situation is just terrible. Yeah, you're not the asshole.
You're
As a
not the
matter of
asshole at
fact,
all.
divorce him, take him to court, ruin his career, all of it, baby girl, and get your money in the process.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had nails so that every time I do like this,
Like
it has
that.
more effect. Yeah. Okay.
We could tie something together, like some pencils.
Yeah.
The click.
Period.
Am I the asshole for kicking a pregnant woman out of her seat? Okay, so this happened a few hours ago and I've only just calmed down because I hate conflict. Basically, I was doing a long travel day, 5-ish hours, so I booked my train in advance to ensure that I had a reserved seat. When I get on the train, a woman is in my seat, so I politely inform her that I think that's my seat, show her my ticket, and ask her to move. She checks her ticket and just says, well, I must have sat in the wrong seat, and puts her head down. I say, that's it, my seat, and could I please sit in it? At this point, her partner sitting opposite her starts speaking at me in what I perceive to be an aggressive tone. He suggests I find another seat, which there are none because it's busy. And I say, but I booked that seat and there are no other available seats in the carriage. He then raises his voice and says, well, someone else is in our seats and that his missus is pregnant. I say, I understand and that I have a heart defect, which I do, and said everyone has their own medical issues and reasons standing for long periods of time might be difficult. And here I could be the asshole. I ask him not to speak to me in an aggressive tone and that I will make a complaint. He then starts swearing at me and I ask him to stop. Eventually the woman gets up and allows me to sit there and he continues to berate me saying he hopes I feel good for myself and that I'm quiet now. And I'm quiet now, I have my seat. When really I just stopped engaging as I felt there was no point. One of the men who was sat beside him offers that him and his partner sit in the seats opposite me. It's a table seat. At which point he sits his partner down and then laughs at me and points in my face. Eventually, when the ticket inspector comes around, they are asked to move to their assigned seats, and she asks if I'm okay, as another passenger had made a complaint on my behalf. Even so, was I the asshole? Should I have just left them alone as she was pregnant? And did I in any way escalate the situation?
She's not the asshole.
Nah, like,
Sit
in your assigned seat.
Yeah,
The
like
end.
it being assigned seats. Like I thought she meant like on a public bus.
Mhm.
Now that's crazy. But assigned seat, she paid for that seat, and then it's just like he's the husband is the problem because he's yelling at her and berating her, but he should have been yelling at the person who's sitting in their assigned seats
Mhm.
because he was saying that he also paid for seats. So go find the seats that you paid for.
Unless you're lying.
Like, why are you arguing with her? It's her seat.
Mhm.
Like, go find the seats you paid for.
No, you're not the asshole.
Yeah, not the asshole. As a matter of fact, you can tell that sir that was pointing his finger in your face that he's the asshole. Tell him that for me. Thank you. Okay, next story. Am I the asshole for refusing to pay for my sister's wedding after she invited my ex instead of me? Hi, Reddit.
Wait.
Okay.
Wow.
Am I the
Go ahead.
asshole? Oh, okay. Hi, Reddit. I'm in a bit of a pickle and need some perspective. So here's the tea. My sister Emily is getting married soon. We've been close our whole lives until my recent breakup with my ex, Chris. Chris and I were together for 5 years and it was serious. We split up 3 months ago because Chris decided to pursue a career opportunity overseas and I wasn't willing to move. Now, Emily and Chris have always gotten along, but I never imagined she'd take his side over mine. Yesterday,
She want him. Go ahead.
No, she do. Yesterday, I got the shock of my life. Emily calls me up and casually mentions that she has invited Chris to the wedding as a groomsman. Worse still, she tells me that because of the limited guest list, I am not invited anymore. Her reasoning? She thinks my presence alongside Chris would create drama and ruin her day. Here's where I might be the asshole. I was supposed to pay for half of Emily's wedding. It was my gift to her as we come from a modest background and she's always dreamt of a big wedding. Feeling betrayed and hurt, I told her that if she thinks uninviting me to accommodate my ex is okay, then she should also be fine without my financial support. Emily blew up at me, calling me petty and selfish. She said I was ruining her special day and manipulating her emotionally. Now family members are divided. with some saying I'm justified, and others saying I'm being too harsh and letting my breakup affect my sister's happiness. So Reddit, am I the asshole?
Don't piss me off. Do not piss me off tonight. I haven't eaten yet. Don't piss me off tonight. You uninvited me to your wedding. I'm your sister. And you still expect me to bankroll your wedding?
Yeah.
Get out of my face. Now.
Yeah. Not the asshole, sis. Keep your money. As a matter of fact.
Tell your sister to get her money up.
Since she's that close with Chris can pay. Chris can pay for the wedding.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly.
He has the money to move overseas for another job, so he can take the money from that job to pay for the wedding, since they're that close. Yeah, I'd never talk to my sister again. She could never do shit like that. What do you mean you're picking my ex over me? What? What, ho?
And we were close? Like, it's not making sense.
There had to have been some red flags or something, because there's no way, like, sisters can be close and then switch up like that. Something had, and what do you mean that, like, you feel like she's wrong because she didn't go overseas with him? How is that your business? I mean, they're close sisters, so obviously they share business, but it's just like, what do you mean you're on Chris's side? There was no side to take. They agreed to break up because he wants to do his career and she wants to stay here. What side is there to pick from? Like, there's no sides.
Not the asshole.
Yeah, keep your money, sis. As a matter of fact, on her wedding day, go to Cancun. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Put in the family group chats and the pics. Am I the asshole for buying household items and keeping them in my room?
No.
Ever since I, 22 male, moved in with my roommate, 32 male, I have been the only one buying toilet paper, trash bags, paper towels, hand soap, condiments, and basically everything considering communal in a roommate situation. I am also the only one who ever cleans, mops, sweeps, cleaning the tub, toilet, kitchen, and the dishes. But that's a bit besides the point. I've hit a bit of a financial tight spot and could only really afford rent, groceries, and my phone bill, and we ran out of toilet paper and trash bags for a week, and he never brought more. Don't ask me what I had to do. It was horrific, but I didn't have the cash to buy what we needed. There's no possible way he didn't notice, and the moment I could, I brought some toilet paper, but couldn't get trash bags, and so he just kept adding to an overflowing trash can and letting stuff just fall out onto the floor. I am now out of that spot, and I brought what we fucking need. But I'm genuinely considering taking the trash bags, toilet paper, and paper towels out of the communal spaces and just keeping them in my room because I'm tired of being the only fucking person contributing to this household. He works from home, he's a streamer, and all he does all day is sit on the couch and get high and blast music and TikToks over his speaker and then play video games until 4 a.m. on YouTube or something. There's no excuse for him not cleaning or noticing we need stuff. Would I be the asshole if I started keeping the toilet paper and trash bags and whatnot that I buy in my room? No. You should. You should be doing that. Because that's nasty. Like, how are you a grown man and you're not buying any of that yourself? You know that you need trash bags and you're just putting garbage on top of garbage on top of garbage? What are you wiping your ass with?
He probably doesn't.
He's nasty.
He probably doesn't. That's why he didn't replace the toilet paper, because he probably doesn't. But no, you're not the asshole. And actually, you should keep your things in your room, and you should also take him to court. And
court.
I was just playing.
Court.
Yeah, you should keep your things in your room, and you should sue him for emotional distress.
Emotional distress.
And actually,
crazy.
You should save up. You should save up and move out and run, because he's scary.
No, you're not the asshole.
Not at all.
Well, guys, this is the end of our video.
Okay.
Hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you in the next Am I the Asshole?
Yeah, thanks for watching, y'all. Don't forget to subscribe. Join the gang, the girlies. Everyone is welcome. Thanks so much for watching. Toodaloo.